Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dangerous Freedom, Saturday Night Forums. We are on week 56. Wow, been at this one for a long time. And tonight I'm joined by my good friend Virginia Roots and Jeremy the Jester should be here shortly. Virginia, you want to say hello?
Sorry about that. Yes, hello. I'm trying to see the chat. I got to get myself settled here. Benjamin, hello. Yeah, I've never been on one of these before, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it should be all right. I mean, you know, it's Saturday night. There's probably like 100 other or 1,000 other streamers going on, but yeah, we still pulling a crowd. Plus, a lot of people come back and watch the replay. So I keep it under 2 hours, usually between an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Oh shoot, let's do it. Joe.
What's up, Joe? Good to see you. Hey, Shane. So I was watching a video earlier today. They were talking about the Arizona audit, and apparently, now see, this is what I don't understand. It is because I thought that they were going to wait until all the info was gathered and ran through before they came out and made any official statements. Right. But I've heard rumors dropping that they've already found miscounts just in the number of ballots. So I don't know what exactly that's going to mean. You know, I know that about 2 weeks ago, our senators basically stood up and said, okay, we're tightening down our voter registration and everything. So we got that going on. So hopefully we won't have to go through this process again anytime soon. Although, you know how crafty those people are. They'll figure out another way to do it.
Now, is Arizona the main headlining state that needs to get some action? That'll be the first domino for a lot of others?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people have been saying for a while. It's just, man, it's taken forever. You know, I just want it to be out there so we can, you know, learn from that mistake. But I just heard also that Michigan already found that their routers were hooked up on election night to other countries like Taiwan and other places. What's up, Ron Stryker? Hey, Raymond. Broken Patriot, good to see you. Hope they do Pima County. I don't know. Pima, that's I think that's south of us. California would be the first domino to fall. I don't know about that one, Catherine. That one sounds kind of like tinfoil hat almost. I mean, it would be awesome if it happened, but
hi, Shane.
I've
seen.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hi, brother. How y'all doing, man?
So far, so good.
I did some more house painting last night and today, and I did some yard work today. I cut all of the fucking shit that's overhanging, you know, the fence line and shit. I pruned all that shit back and everything all along both fence lines and everything. So did a lot of work today.
Hey, Jeremy, this is my monetized channel, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Whoops.
That's funny.
Granted, it's not rated for kids, but still, we try and watch.
Try to keep, yeah, got a lot of stuff done.
Very good. Very good. So you cut your overhang. Like what'd you have overhanging?
Like like they're small little tiny like tree brushes almost. You know what I mean? And they're like bushes, but they grow so big
Mm-hmm.
they hang over the fence line. So like when you cut the grass, you'd have to duck underneath it. You know what I mean? So I chopped it all.
Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
I chopped it all off. So I don't have to duck underneath that part. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Did you like design them and make like patterns in them so they?
Actually, my honeysuckle turned out to be a bigger patch than I thought, and I'm actually cut some of that out and started weaving that through the fence line and trying to make it grow on both sides and everything. And I've got a crabapple tree in my backyard that I just found out, and my grapes are coming in back there.
Wow, got grapes too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I got a grapevine back there. Yep.
I think
What
you showed
kind
that in the video.
I think they're muscadines. I think. Yeah, they're like
Are
wild.
those seeded or non-seeded?
I think they have seeds in it, but they're like a dark purple, very dark purple when they ripen, very dark purple. Had a lot of work. Then I pitched some horseshoes. Mom came over, had lasagna.
Oh, nice.
I didn't even eat the strawberry shortcake that I made.
Oh, I watched that video.
Yeah, I know. I forgot about that.
You got leftovers?
Oh yeah, I did a whole quart. I chopped up a whole quart. So chop up a quart and put some sugar on it, and stir it around, and then put saran wrap over it and throw it in the fridge. And that sugar breaks down, and it makes the juice and caramel sauce pretty much in it and everything.
Wow. Well, we know what your job's going to be and shit hit the fan.
Yep.
Yep.
Cooking for people.
Bring back a basket of grub worms. Here, what can we do with this?
What can you do with this? Give me some Cajun seasoning, a little bit of oregano, some basil. I think I can make it work.
What kind of oil do we have?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't need motor oil. Yeah.
Welcome back, Benjamin. Hey, Don.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyways, yeah, like I was just telling Virginia, I was watching some of the news I'm hearing out of like Arizona and Michigan and stuff, and they're already finding discrepancies. So,
Of course. It's because they're just prolonging everything because they know they've got caught. They know they've lost. They know they're in trouble. They're in a panic. So there's prolonging everything that they can, just like any other trial or case or anything,
Yep.
It's not enough evidence. Oh well, let's go to recess and we'll come back a month later. And
what I see missing is due process. I fully believe that there's a reason when T-Dog tried to go in and do certain suits, there's a reason they wouldn't let him, and it's called the discovery process. Because in order to be able to defend yourself, you have to receive discovery from the prosecutors, which will let you know what to be prepared for.
Exactly.
So I think they're dismantling due process in multiple steps, including that one.
It's disclosure. Yeah. You've got to be able to look at his files too. You know what I'm saying? So they can't sneak anything on you. They can't sneak anything up in you. You have to be able to defend yourself and see what questions they're going to ask or what they're going to ask you on what subject. They just can't be like, okay, I'm in trial. Next thing you know, it's like, hey, here's this question. Whoa, wait, you weren't even gonna. No.
Yep.
That's what happened with Bill Cosby. Except for they said, he said, I'll give you a testimony, but you can't use it against me in court. And they said, oh, yeah, no problem. And then they did it. And then they turned around and flipped it and used it on court. And then he served 2.5, 3 years. Don't get me wrong. He's a sick person. Can't stand him. Don't like him. He's a horrible person, everything. But everybody is up to legal and fair justice system. And that was unfair. I'm sorry. Horrible person. Is he going to go down below and burn? Of course. But legal is legal. You know, I mean,
I think, yeah, you might be right. I was gonna say, I listened to this one guy, and he says it's messed up because the prosecution already gets like 2 bites out of the apple, whereas the defense only gets 1 bite.
1 bite, right?
So yeah, so it's like after the defense questions somebody, the prosecution can come up with their own new questions and then put that person back up on trial. And all you're going to get is, I mean, you're not going to have time to really make it much of a case, you know, unless you're just really good at defense. But
right,
yeah, it's kind of the system is rigged.
Absolutely.
I don't think they're interested in justice and truth in these cases. I think it'll be stonewalled and people will be gaslit, and that every possible piece of red tape will be wrapped around every possible mouth of truth. I think a lot of money will exchange hands, and we're never going to see the light of day. I'm pessimistic about it, unfortunately, but I don't think we're going to see the light of day of what all of us know to be true.
Well, every day, more and more people are starting to wake up. I mean, it's taken a lot longer than what we hoped and thought it would, but it's happening. A lot more people are starting to wake up a little bit more and going, wait a minute, you know what I mean? I mean, especially with, well, y'all know, with the health thing and the walker, the Jabber walker, all that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. People are starting to open up their eyes a little bit more and starting to use this up here instead of a hat rack, you know what I mean? Or, you know, do-rag rack or whatever. Navy vet, good to see you, brother. Native and devout, good to see you, brother.
Yep. Are we going to finish off the amendments ever, Native? we got through the first 10, I guess, you know, so. But anyways, yeah, so one of the things I was watching, you know, because a lot of people are still talking about like defund the police and stuff like that. And I think that's a ridiculous idea.
Absolutely.
I think if anything, they need to be held to a higher account. You know what I mean? Because these people are supposed to be trained. You know, I mean, we spend, I don't know how many tens of thousands or more on their training. You know, so they should be held to a higher account. So why is it that, you know, a car's coming at them and they step in front of the vehicle as it's coming towards them, and then they say, I'm in fear for my life, and stand there and shoot the driver. I mean, you know, and I saw a video just the other day. It was ridiculous. The car didn't even, I mean, it came through and then it turned. So, I mean, it didn't even come close to hitting him. I mean, maybe within like 2 or 3 feet. But he just turned and shot right through the driver's side window, killed the chick. And you know what she was stopped for? Because her license plate light was out.
Right.
You know, like seriously, over a traffic.
Yeah.
And she decided to run, which was her mistake.
But
at the same time, it's, you know, you kill somebody over, but he claimed he was in fear for his life. Yet he was in his vehicle as the car was going by. He could have just sat in his vehicle
and waited until the car went by.
Yeah, exactly. And it was a little Honda Civic. I think it had 1 or 2 tires out from a tire strip, or, you know, one of the tires. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And it's like, there's no way it would have made it that far. But, you know, and stuff like that, you know, there needs to be more accountability as far as the police go, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Or another one I just saw, I think it was Chicago or something. Some woman was afraid. I guess her boyfriend had a gun and was threatening her. And so the cop goes up there, and as soon as he gets to the door, she runs behind him, So the cop is there and he's like, hey man, whoa, hey man, all right, just calm down. And I don't know what this cop was thinking. He was right there at the doorway and the stairs were right next to him. And this chick is right behind him, obviously in fear. He just says, calm down, my man. And then he turns and just turns his back on the woman, walks down the stairs, and before he could even get all the way down the stairs, the man comes out of the apartment, and she didn't know whether to follow the cop, get in front of the cop. The cop didn't give her any instruction at all. So she ran around the corner and he followed her with the gun. Like, are you kidding me? They always say cops have no duty to protect. The Supreme Court ruled it, but years ago. And I think, was it, I think they ruled it before what's the one in Parkland, the Florida shooting. I think they ruled that cops have no duty to respond or to protect. And it's like, why are you going to be a cop if you're not going to try and protect people?
Protect anybody. Yeah. What's the point of?
Oh, yeah,
up and
right.
Work?
You get a really good pension.
Well,
and
yeah, you get
medical.
You get medical, dental. Maybe you get a little less lenient on your taxes. Maybe.
Hey, if all I had to do is drive around, pull people over, and give them tickets so that way they can pay.
For double parking. Nothing dangerous though.
No.
Nothing dangerous.
Well, I think as long as this is run by human beings, that we're going to have human error, and that includes a lack of judgment in what is fear. How do you define fear? That's different from one person to the next. What is power? How do you define power and how far you should stretch it? What are the boundaries of your laws? Are cut and dry. However, there is still interpretation involved, from whether it's the arresting officer all the way up into the lawyers and the judge. And so as long as we have so many fingers in the pot of trying to reveal justice, it's just going to be muddied. It's just going to be, you'll have people getting off from the right argument or the right amount of money. And you'll have others getting off because it's like, well, I thought I was in danger. Even if it doesn't look like it on camera to everyone else, there's always an excuse. There's always a trigger that you might not know about. So I guess I agree, Dangerous, that we require more responsibility and more checks and balances. However, in my opinion, we need to do that with fewer fucking people.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you. I mean, there are certain people that, if they're proven guilty of their crimes, why even let them live? Mm-hmm. I mean, certain people do not ever rehabilitate. And I think you all know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly.
There's a certain group in particular.
And the reason why they keep them in there is because it's almost like a hospital. The more beds that they keep filled, the more money and a bigger bonus that they'll get from the state to keep the damn doors open. And that's exactly what it is. That's why our prison systems are overrun, because they get extra money for more people, for more criminals.
Mm-hmm. It's the same way with schools.
Yep.
Yeah. Every child seat that's taken, it's more money.
Yeah. And don't you think it's crazy and ironic how they want to give the teachers more money and brainwash your kids, and then and give the cops less money and not protect you? Yeah. So they're infiltrating your family through schools by brainwashing your kids and getting your kids to be against you, and now they're turning around and defunding the police at the same time.
Yeah. No, you make a good point. That's why I always say, you got to be involved in your kids' education. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I have been involved with my kids' education. That's why my youngest son graduated already having a profession that he can make a lot of money at.
Yeah, and good for him. And see, y'all with the younger ones, younger kids and everything, y'all need to ask them every day, what'd you learn in school today?
Yes.
What did the teacher teach you? You have to say that, because if you don't know, you're not knowing what they're telling you. And then one day at dinner, you guys are having a nice conversation, and next thing you know, the kid comes out of left field with some nut crack stuff, and you're like,
You're all
where are
right.
you hearing this from? You know what I mean? Yeah, especially if you're monitoring them, you're watching what they're doing on their internet, you're watching their video game, you're watching what they got on TV, and all of a sudden they come out of left field with some, what? Where'd you hear this at? And because you're not listening or finding out what they're learning in school. And I don't even have a kid. I don't even have children.
I know.
I'm worried more about you.
Dude, I would freak the hell out if my kid ever came up to me and said, Dad, I think I was meant to be born a woman. I think I would probably slap him, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you're totally wrong. God made you the way you're made. I didn't make that. I mean, I was part of it. I was part of the creation. So was his mother. But ultimately, that was God's choice on whether he was a boy or a girl. But anyways, I'm old fashioned like that.
I'm old fashioned. Hell,
I'm not like, I'm not homophobic or anything. Dude, I've known gay people. I probably know gay people right now. They just they don't flaunt it. They're not flaming. What you guys do on your own private time is up to you. Just don't push it on me or my family. And,
I'm fine. Don't shove it in my face. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And oh my God, I saw part of that video that that San Francisco gay men's choir where he's singing about converting our kids. He's like, you think we're kidding? Well, no, we're not. And I'm like, wow, really? Oh my God. I mean, that's just totally disturbing stuff.
It's just like that TikTok video I told y'all before I've seen. And this chick, she's got her baby in her lap, okay? And she's talking to her dad. She's making a video, but she's talking to her dad into the video, okay? This baby's got to be, I don't know, 2 months old, 3 months old tops maybe. And she's sitting there on his lap going, hey, Dad, meet your gay son. This is your son. He is gay. Kid can't even wipe his own butt yet, and she's already saying that her son's going to be gay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what the hell is wrong with people nowadays?
I don't know. If we could figure that one out, man, we could write a book and sell billions, probably.
I know.
That would probably almost go as well as trying to understand women.
Yeah, well, probably. I'm about to be possibly confusing. I've had a lot of gay friends, and I've worked with a lot of gay people, and my opinion is that fully functioning, consenting adults, I could not care less. However, I have a huge problem with children, probably below the age of 25, becoming involved in these decisions at all. And parents who are doing that to kids before they even hit puberty is absolutely child abuse.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what John.
I mean, I know parents that do everything for their kids. And I mean, it's almost like a reward system at home for them, because then they come to work and they're like, hey, I just got done washing these bus tubs of dishes. Okay, good job. Put them up now. What do you want me to do? Give you a gold star every time you come through and say, hey, I just did my job. Okay, great. You get rewarded at the end of the week or 2 weeks when you get your paycheck. That's your gold star. Keep on doing your job. You don't have to come through and say, hey, I just washed these glasses.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah.
Hey, I just got these dirty dishes. I'm going to go wash them. Okay, go do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to reward you every time and say, you're such a good boy. Yeah. You're doing your job. Good boy. I'm so proud of you. I'm not your mom, dude.
Yep. Kids are ingrained to want constant reinforcement now, with zero balancing it out by discipline, with expectations of responsibilities and
It's entitlement. It's like you're entitled.
Entitlement. That's a perfect word.
Entitlement. I am entitled to it.
Yes. Hey, Blaine.
Yeah.
100% the entitlement generation. And I'm not just going to say it's any one given generation. I'm just going to say it's certain personalities have that.
Yeah.
You
know? I'll tell you what, my 20-year-old, man, he's in HVAC. Right. He told me, man, he came home. A lot of times he comes home, he's still got sweat-soaked shirts and dirt all over him. He was in an attic on Friday, 300 degrees up there. Like seriously, they had to take like 15-minute,
intervals to go. Yeah.
Guys would go up there, they would get the unit installed or get it partially installed. Then it's like 15 minutes. You're starting to already dude, 300 degrees. Are you kidding me? Hell no.
Yeah, no doubt. I feel it.
Hi, Eric.
But that does not sound entitled to me.
No.
A 300-degree attic is not an entitled.
That's not a job. That's called working your ass off and being raised the correct way and working hard for what you have. Yeah. And appreciate what you have because you worked for it and you bought it. And mommy didn't get it, so you can just trash it in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? And
hey, Daniel. Hey, Eric. Hey, Invader.
Invader.
Yeah, I like to call them Generation V for generation violence. Because if they don't get their way, they throw a temper tantrum and want to break stuff and burn stuff down. I didn't get my own way. They're going to throw a temper tantrum until they get their own way. And then mommy and daddy always cave in. So they're used to doing that. So then they grow up and they're 18, 19 years old and they wonder why they get fired on the third day because they threw a temper tantrum, So it is what it is.
I totally agree. Well, it's all about the reward system. Some kids
like I said,
feel rewarded by a cookie. Some people feel rewarded by reinforcement, and that'll only add to and build narcissism. It's a vicious cycle of bad parenting and personality features. I don't think anyone is born terrible.
It kind of almost describes a little bit about my youngest. I mean, he is kind of, I don't know about narcissist. I mean,
all right, narcissistic is you're always the hero. You're never the villain, and you're always the victim. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Everybody's always out to get you.
Okay.
You're either the hero or the victim. You're never the villain. You're narcissistic is you sit there and get in somebody's face, and when they punch you, you're like, look what he just did. He just hit me. Well, you just got in his face and called him a P word and called him a dumbass and talked about his mom. Yeah, I would knock you out too. You know what I'm saying? That's what narcissistic is.
Okay. So I don't have that issue with him. But he is 16 and he is defiant. It's like I'll tell him to do something and be like, I'll get it done. And sometimes I have to remind him 5 fucking times, but eventually he does get it done. And other times he steps up, and I won't even have to ask him, so I think a lot of that has to do with his brother being as responsible as he is. He kind of tries, because for some reason, my youngest son doesn't listen to me like my oldest boy did or does. And I don't know if that's because of losing his mother, at 14 or what. Maybe he doesn't understand how much I've tried to take care of him. I mean, there was a long time where I barely had contact.
One of the interesting causes of narcissistic personality disorder is when an individual, usually starting in childhood at some point, if their parents or caregivers or the people around them put them on a pedestal, yet simultaneously tore them down, they become hyper focused and hyper vigilant on the pedestal. The myth of Narcissus and Echo. Narcissus saw his image in a brook or river, something to that effect. He was so mesmerized by his own image, he couldn't look away from himself. Echo came up behind him and tried to talk to him. You know, it was, and that's why it's an echo, because she kept repeating herself, hello, hello, but he was so infatuated with his own face, he never looked up.
And a lot of narcissistic people are only childs too.
Yeah.
That does have a lot to do with it. If somebody is an only child and didn't grow up with other siblings or other kids or something and always had something given to them, I mean, that's just destruction right there for narcissistic. My little baby boy can never do anything wrong. He's always so good.
But then you abuse him.
Yep.
And that, like my father, I'll be honest with you guys, narcissism can tone down a little bit as you age, but I'll be totally honest. My dad was this way. He was an only child, and his mother beat the shit out of him. But at the same time, if they were out and about and whatever, he was the golden child because he was the only one. So he was put on a pedestal. He was talked up about. He was given compliments and accolades. But they get home, and he got his ass beat for eating the wrong thing in the fridge or whatever, you know.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, you're either the hero or the victim. You're never the villain, you know, and they learn it from getting the shit beat out of them. And then they learn, well, look what you just did. That's why I did it. You know what I mean? And that's what they're taught, you know? So then they grow up talking crap to somebody else, and then they get the crap beat out of them. They're like, well, that guy just beat me up. And it's like, well, I mean, come on, dude. You just verbally assaulted him. I mean, what do you expect him to do? Just turn around and be like, all right, whatever. No, you know, craziness.
Yep.
Damn, Joe. That's crazy. And see, I'll give my kids kudos when they deserve it, and that's about it. Other than that, it's like, you know, I a lot of time, well, especially my oldest boy, I talk to man, because as far as I'm concerned, he basically is. I mean, he's out there making his own way. You know, his company truck is pulled up in the driveway right now, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've ever had a company truck of my own.
Right.
Neither have I. Of course, I work at a restaurant.
Yeah.
We don't have company trucks.
I mean, now I've driven plenty of company trucks. Don't get me wrong on that. But as far as like having one to take home and all that, my own personal use type thing, nah. It's my youngest one that I'm most concerned about, and the only reason I say that is just because maybe it's just the era that he grew up in. You know, like he likes to be all spiffed out. You know, I mean, he likes
vanity in the front of the mirror all the time, right?
Exactly. Like I said, we've been late for family functions before because, you know, he's got to make sure this is just right or that's just right. And it's like, dude, you're fine. Let's go.
You know, when you get in the car and roll the window down, your shirt's going to go.
Yeah, but
when you get there, you're going to have to go like this again and get it all.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's also the same kid. When I get a new gun, he's usually one of the first ones to ever shoot it. Take it out there. You know, so I mean, I don't have to worry about that. He understands. He understands enough. He doesn't act like a liberal. Just the vanity thing, I think, is probably my biggest one. And the cleanliness, they need to
vanity.
They definitely
need clean and
well, I mean, he dresses nice and everything, you know. So like if he's like on a live stream, you know, he's all dressed nice. but the people don't see 3 bags of trash sitting at the foot of his freaking bed. You know, it's like, dude, what are you doing, man? And I'm not talking about little, you know, like Walmart bags. I'm talking, you know, the tall garbage bags. I'm like,
yeah,
what are you doing? Are you trying to attract bugs? What are you doing?
Yeah.
So, just, you know, what do I do? Go in and smack him? Dude, he's 16 now. You know, it's like the days for smacking him are pretty much over, you know. I'm going to have to figure out something more harsh.
It'll just take a little bit of time, you know. I have 3 sons. 2 of them, the twins, are going to be 20 years old tomorrow, actually.
Damn.
Right? And I had a rough time with one of them, dangerous, similar to what you're describing. And it took, probably 2 or 3 years that we were just really not seeing eye to eye. And it took a few come to Jesus. I broke his finger one time on accident. I slammed the door on him, and he had his hand in the holding the door, and I didn't know it. And let me tell you what, man, you feel like shit as a parent.
Oh yeah.
And, I mean, he went to the hospital, and they're like, "Okay, you're gonna press charges on your mom, right?" And he was like, "Yeah, no, it was just bad timing. I'm not doing that," you know. But I'm just saying, it can get bad.
And I mean, I'm not. I'm the last person who tried to tell somebody to do something about their kids. I don't have kids, but I mean, you know, they don't come with an instruction manual. You know,
no, they don't.
When the baby is born, the doctor doesn't go, "Here you go, man. Everything from when they're 1 to 18 is right here in this book."
You got to go further than that.
Yeah, you know. Or well, now it's still everything from 1 to 36. Here you go, because you're going to have him from 36. I hope you got a big basement, because he's not going to move out.
Every personality is different too.
Make sure you stock up on snack packs and Doritos.
My 3 sons are incredibly different. Their personalities. In fact, the twins, one of them is a hippie with hair down to his waist. The other one that I accidentally damaged with his hand, he wears preppy clothes. He rolls up the bottom of his skinny jeans up over perfect socks and shoes that he fucking polishes. He's like the complete opposite of his twin. But
complete opposite. Yeah.
The one that's addicted to video games is him. The violent, emotional outbursts are beyond.
You had a friend that was, I hear you. James, I see you.
I see you, James.
I see you, James. I wasn't trying to interrupt anybody talking, bro.
Exactly. We see all you, John Doves. We see you.
We see you.
Jet 101, I see you too. Nicole Dean, good to see you. It's not that we're not trying to say hi, but, you know, we're not trying to interrupt over each other either. We're trying to keep this a polite conversation.
It's a tough balance sometimes.
Yeah. You have to time your conversation correctly and be like, all right, he's getting ready to be done. Bam, now I can jump into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man, I'm surprised Fauci's not up on charges yet.
I mean, guys, that's why I keep a notebook always with a pen right here. So when somebody's in the middle of a conversation saying something and I can, you know, retort to, I write it down so I don't forget about it.
I'm going to tell you, see this? I'm not going to reveal the words on it, but I've got a notebook so that I don't forget. So, you know, if someone asks a question or whatever. Yeah.
That's what I do, the exact same thing, Virginia. You know, I write down everything. I take notes and stuff like that. Yeah. I listen to y'all and I take y'all's notes in the chat. I do it.
Especially if it's someone going through something or that's talked about something for a couple of days. I'll try to make a point and
like Moonlight Gypsy. Yeah, Moonlight Gypsy for a good example. I've got written down praying for her because I don't know if y'all seen what happened to her in Florida, but she needs a lot of prayers, y'all. So, hey, John, what's up?
Rainy. And believe it or not, those super chats, they still come in handy, dude. I'll tell you what. I was looking at some of the revenue that they owe me, And yeah, it does. It in the long run, it does pay out. I know they take like 24%, something like that. It's kind of an insane amount. I prefer you just do like the PayPal me. I get it quicker, and they take like almost nothing out of it. That's like 1%, if that.
Man, almost got this puzzle done, me and my mom. It's the one I got at the beach. It's pretty badass. It's a bunch of dragons. We've been working on it for the past 2 days.
What is it? Jigsaw?
Yeah, jigsaw puzzle. Me and mom do them like religiously. We're like really good at jigsaw puzzles.
I love them.
We can put them together in like 2-3 days, like 1,000, 1,500 piece, 2,000 pieces. Just bam, put them together. But when I was at the beach, I got a couple of pictures. They had this one puzzle. It was $335, and it was 32,000 pieces. It had its own little carrying case, like a luggage rack that you stored it in the big old suitcase. 32,000 piece puzzle. They had 19,000 piece puzzle, 8,000 piece puzzles.
So 32,000.
That thing's got to be what?
10 feet long.
It was 6 foot by something. I know that. I know
6x4, 6x5.
Yeah, but I know it was 6 by something. Yeah, I know that for a fact. Yeah. But yeah, 32,000 pieces. It's this badass puzzle store that I go down to at the beach. They sell puzzles and kites. And I mean, they've got some awesome kites down there too. I'm talking about ones that look like full-blown dragons that they fly. And they've got pictures of one that are like this kitty cat that they had that was as long as a bus, because they have a kite convention down there like once a year on the beach down there. I mean, it's a pretty cool store. It's a pretty cool store.
There's kite conventions where I live. They're amazing. It happens about 2 weeks out of the summer.
It's crazy. They have crazy kites, man.
Yeah, competition shit, man.
Yeah. That's what it's just like a competition kite store and stuff like that. Yeah, it's.
Can you imagine putting together that puzzle and you have 31,997 pieces? Because you'll find like one or two, and that last one, it'll be your cat's litter box in 3 months.
Well, I took a picture of it and I sent it to my mom, because I told her about it. She was like, no way. And I'm like, all right, here. So I took a picture and showed her and was like, see, 32,000 pieces. She was like, how the hell would you do something like that? I'm like, you just get a big ass piece of plywood and put it on 2 sawhorses. Boom, there you go.
I was going to say, yeah, you would have to have a huge table, not to mention that many pieces. It's like just trying to find 2 that go together. Oh,
dude, the box was huge. I'm telling you, the box was huge. Like I said, it was like a luggage rack. That's what it came in. And it had its little carrying thing, and you drug it behind you with wheels on it. That's how you carried it around. But I was telling my mom, if I did a 32,000 piece puzzle like that, I'm gluing that bitch, because I don't believe in gluing puzzles. I like to, pass them down. My mom passes them down generation. I'd glue that. I'd glue that bad boy. Gluing it and sticking it on the wall. Yeah, I did it finally.
Well, I've got a confession. I used to do 1,000-piece puzzles, and I would do the Elmer glue. I'd paint it over the top, which seals it. And I used to hang puzzles on my wall as art. And at one point, probably I had 12 or 15 in various rooms that I had done and glued together. So for display purposes and putting it, I would make a backing. Honestly, I don't think I ever framed any. But I liked it for the art aspect. And then I liked to do the newer and newer ones. But I hear you, though. You take it apart, pass it down. I mean, mine were Kmart puzzles, so.
Well, I've got a lot of my mom still has puzzles that she had when she was like a teenager and a kid.
Wow.
You don't glue those.
Yeah, you don't throw those away. You don't glue those. Those are something you pass down. I mean, they're called Springboks, which that company isn't even made anymore.
Now I like the 50 or 100 piece puzzles, because those I can actually manage.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it's pretty badass. It came with its own poster with it too.
Oh, you have it? Sweet.
Well, I mean, the pieces on those are like, 1.5 inch, 2 inch.
Yeah, this one, the pieces are like all crazy and everything on this one. Pieces are big crazy on this one.
I wonder how they cut those up too.
So check it out.
I think it's a big stamp.
Oh yeah,
press.
that's the puzzle.
Oh, wow.
Like that's the puzzle I'm doing. Yeah, it's pretty badass. Dragons and shit. And it came with this poster, so you can like look at the box and the poster at the same time. I just like to take the posters, and that's why I don't glue the puzzles, because I keep the posters and then frame them.
Yep. I hear you.
Hey, Grace, good to see you. I don't know. I never was too big into puzzles. I mean,
I love them, dude.
Back in the day when I was younger, I liked puzzles, but ever since I got into like carpentry and stuff like that,
they're good for the brain.
Well, so is life.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I love puzzles, dude. It's pretty bad.
I mean, when you work your ass off all day, you could go home and you could work on a puzzle, you could read a book. Me personally, it's like, I would get home, I would check on my kids, see how their day was. Then I would come out and have a beer. And then now with the YouTube, I can just come online and see who's up and see who's, doing what, and go talk to people like that. It's like, this is, it's, the internet has been a really great thing to us. Mm-hmm. It's also been, it's a double-edged sword. The internet is a double-edged sword.
It's a great invention, but yet it's also horrible too, because it's made us as a society lazy. Very, very lazy. We want everything at the click of a button. We want everything now. You know what I mean? It's just like nobody cooks anymore. Why? Because I can go online and go click, 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 and have it delivered to me. Everybody's losing their roots.
You have a good one, Old Reliable. Yeah, I'm still on, dude. I'm definitely still on. They haven't removed me yet.
You can use it for good or bad. You can use it to learn. You could do a puzzle and listen to us at the same time. You know what I mean? Multitasking. Yeah. I'm all about multitasking.
Oh, so am I. I am too. And you want to know it's a crazy thing, Navy? That you said without the internet, I'd have to go to the library every day. Understand that. Kids don't even know what a card catalog is nowadays. I know we all know what a card catalog is.
Dewey Decimal.
You had to go to the library and get a book, and then you had to pull the damn thing again and go through there and then write the bing, and then you had to go and look at the spines and okay, here it is. Right here. Yeah, kids don't have to do that anymore.
Do they still do that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think they changed it.
They do.
I think everything's all on computer now.
It's all
you still have to go and look for the book and the spine, but instead of going through a card catalog, you just, I guess, type it in the computer and it goes beep and gives it to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And then you hit print.
And then there you go. Yeah.
10 free pages a day. I love the library.
You know what, Navy guy? I'll pull you up. Hold on.
No more card catalog. That's what I thought, Benjamin. Yeah. I thought
maybe the aisle number, the row, and then you still do have to look at the
nonfiction.
Yeah. I miss the card catalog, Benjamin. I volunteered to be the reorganizer because remember when you would check out a book in school, there was a little pocket on the front page.
On the back, and you had the card and they stamped it. And
yes.
God.
I do remember that. Because they would take the card out and then they would stamp the pocket that told you when the book had to be returned. And then when the book got returned, they stamped the card and they put the thing back in the back because it was always on the very last page on the back of the cover.
Yeah.
It was always right there. Yep.
Yep.
I remember all that.
I volunteered to reorganize those cards and get them back in the books, and also put them back in the catalog, because that's where you would find them. So I would put them back in when the books were returned, and it was fucking amazing, dude. I loved it. I love the smell of books.
My mom reads like all the time. My mom can read 2 or 3 books at one time. Like she can start reading this one, and then she can read this book, and then go to this one, and then go back to this one again. Like all she does is read and does.
Shit, I lost audio for some reason here. Hold on, guys.
We can hear you.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
I can
Hold
hear
on,
you.
I'll be back.
All right. He'll be back. Playing with my fidget spinner. It's a Batman fidget spinner. See?
Wild family. Hey, good to see you, hon.
Hey, Wyatt.
Batman. Hey, Conor McGregor.
What's up, Forest Monsters?
I'm going to try to pirate that stream tonight. Watch that Conor McGregor fight.
Guardsman.
I'll WA for.
That's all right, Monty. Yeah, you're not that late. Let's see. Oh yeah, another thing I was gonna mention is I was watching Wilson Combat. I don't know if you guys, some of you gun people may follow him on YouTube or whatever, but they have just increased their production by 600%.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, I mean, dude, they bought all these new lathes, milling machines, just you name it. They are up and running like 24/7, and yeah, I mean, so the production is still going on because a lot of people are still, trying to get their stuff. It's starting to come back around. I don't know if we're ever going to see the prices. In fact, I highly doubt we'll ever see the prices that we did, 2-3 years ago. But if we can at least bring that back down to
All right, bear with me, guys. For some reason,
reasonable price to where
my mic's working, but I'm not getting any. I can't hear shit myself.
At least to where people can afford a firearm.
Yes.
So what's that, Navy vet? Can you hear us?
There we go.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
we can hear
damn
you.
audio devices.
Okay.
You guys were talking about card catalogs. That was actually my first job. Was when our county library was going from the transition from card catalog to barcode. And I started out in the school library, and the librarian recommended me to the county library.
Holy crap, there's an ambulance coming down my road. What the hell is going on?
They're coming to give you the jab.
No, never.
No, his mom lives right next door to him.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hopefully everything's good. But yeah, the whole card catalog thing, nobody even knows what those are nowadays, how to use them and stuff there. If you see a card catalog, it's usually like at a flea market or an auction or something now.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw one.
If you buy books at library sales, oftentimes those will still be in there, and or books on eBay. I used to sell books on eBay. I didn't make very much money. It's not much unless you have the right first editions or the right, even not first, but other ones, depending on the book. But those little cards give you life. In fact, I was talking to someone, the book Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry surprisingly goes for a little bit of money, like 30 or 40 bucks. So if you buy it at the thrift store for $1.50, That's a pretty good eBay sale, you know?
Yeah, but you really got to know what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just like any
research.
other type of collectibles. You really have to do your research.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, you know, some things actually do appraise over time. A lot of things depreciate. So,
My
Hundo.
weakness for books was always the reference books and stuff there, the timeless knowledge and stuff there. Some of the books I've had for 20, 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, another one that's a safe bet is first editions of Stephen King. I know it seems like really they sold so many copies, but if you have a first edition of It or Christine or Carrie or the Dragon one,
Stuff
Dragon,
from Frank Herbert is like that also. Same with Dean Koontz, a lot of their first edition stuff. That's a lot of money. Even though there was millions made.
yeah, book collectors always want the first edition of anything.
I don't know. Me personally, I would do the same thing, but I would do it with firearms if I had the money. You know,
Yeah,
sit
but if
on
it comes down to it, and you don't have anybody to teach you how to repair the firearm, how are you going to learn? You're going to need the book.
Yeah, true. Or if you got Moose, if you're Moose,
Yeah, I
man,
guarantee you, he got 90% of his knowledge from books.
Right?
mhm.
And experience, though. He's
Yeah.
very experienced.
Yeah, but you still have to have that reference and stuff. I mean, even if you got all kinds of experience, I guarantee he still breaks out the manual when
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
oh yeah. If you look at his library behind him, yeah, he's got all the books too. Yeah.
It's just like I know what I'm doing on computers, but when I'm getting ready to go and I'm putting a CPU in, I still get out my reference manuals and cross check I'm using the right voltages for everything, just to be sure, you know.
You know, Dangerous, one of the types of videos that get tons of views and therefore make some good money is anything that starts with how to, and then it's something about fixing cars, fixing lawnmowers, fixing, especially if it's perhaps a 5 to 7 minute part of the process, because people sometimes they get stuck on one thing. And you might be able to do that with arms, where you do a couple of minutes of how to perhaps clean this or load this or store this, or you get the idea. Anything
Mm-hmm.
with how to ... I think that avenue or anything that you're good at, freaking
Yeah, I thought
try
about
it.
doing that for computer tips and tricks and stuff there because I know so many. I could make like videos all week on just little shortcuts on how to get around a
Yep.
computer.
Somewhere around
Yeah,
5
you
minutes.
don't even have a camera.
Oh,
I know. if
So,
I can
Jeremy,
afford anything electronic,
what's going on,
just go somewhere else.
I don't know. Next door, man, they got an ambulance next door there, and there's sheriffs there, but I don't know what's wrong with her. She's in pain or something, and I don't know. Those are the people next door to me that are well, they do drugs, so you know they're drug addicts. So I don't know what it is. Who knows what it is? You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. Is what it is. That's the eyesore that lives next door to me. When I go, oh, that's the eyesore. Yeah, that's where it's at, right there. But I just see, you know, flashing lights and everything coming down the road. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
We thought they were coming to poke you.
No, they ain't coming to get me. Trust me. They ain't coming to get me. No, it's next door, and there ain't nothing that I need to get involved in, or ain't none of my business. So I'm gonna stay the hell away from it. You know what I mean?
I hear you, Joe Morgan, on the crackdowns with creators. I don't have a lot to come back with on that, but I hear your point, and that's exactly what's going on. It could be something that if it was thought out creatively, if you break it down to a small enough project, maybe that would help. But I hear your point, and it's valid. I think that is an issue.
No, Monty, they're not starting door to door around here. See, in my neighborhood, there's a lot of people in here. How can I say it? We like freedom. There you go. You know what I'm saying? So we're a bunch of freedom people down in this neck of the woods. All you see are Trump flags or Mr. T flags and American flags and
I think
everything.
it's that way most places. The problem is the big cities are so, left that they make the whole states look bad. Because like Ohio's that way. It's mostly all patriots. But you go to like Columbus, Cleveland, Dayton, or Cincinnati, and you would never believe that.
Because it's all blue there in the city.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We're I don't worry about it too much down here. Our attorney general already came out and said, as far as like that door to door stuff, it's not going to happen.
Ain't happening. Yeah.
It's just not happening down here. Door to door target practice, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, we already discussed that.
Somebody hurt, killed, both. You know what I'm saying?
We discussed that the other night with Survival Living. He came out and made a video specifically on that, And it's like, well, if you shoot at them, they're going to shoot back. So keep that in mind, everybody.
It's gonna be
if you want to stand your ground, that's on you. But just realize you're risking not just your own safety, but everybody in your household.
You're risking everybody's safety when you do that, because as soon as somebody does that, that gives them look, see, I told you that the extremists were going to do this. Now we got to take extreme measures and declare martial law to track down and give them.
Yep, we'll go full Waco on you. How do I pull that out? How do I get that super sticker up there? Let's see it. Okay, you can see it on the YouTube side. Thank you, Grace. I appreciate that. What's up, Tally?
So I guess a lot of people are trying to watch the fight or having trouble, like UFC, ESPN, and a bunch of other websites.
Is that on tonight?
Started until midnight. Hold up. Where's my StreamYard? I got crack stream thing here that I can watch it. One of these pirate things that my buddy gave me.
R.
Oh,
Rated R.
Well, I was going to get to a point when I was talking about the card catalogs and stuff. So you know how a book could be on the shelf, but it's not in the card catalog. So that means it's unindexed. That's all the dark web is. It just means it's not indexed. There's nothing dark about the dark web except it's not, it doesn't show up on a Google search is all. The website's still there. It's just like this website that Jeremy's going to. It's technically a dark website.
Yeah, it's going on all weekend too. Sorry, that was my kid walking by.
I hear what you're saying, maybe that even if the catalog isn't in the catalog, the website's still there or the book.
Yep.
Roger.
A lot of people think it's like, that a lot of these are like dark websites and they're dark web and dark fiber. It's all the same web. They're all the same. They could be in the same computer next to, Disney movies and stuff there. It's just how it's not indexed. Right. What Jeremy's going to now is a website that probably does not show up on Google search. So therefore it is technically a dark web website.
I think it does show up on Google. I'm going on DuckDuckGo right now. Nope, it's saying it can't be found. These bastards.
Oh. I don't know.
Here.
I mean, if you like to go and watch two guys beat each other up, I
just like to see the crap get kicked out of what's his name?
Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Mr. T was supposed to have front row seats.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, would it be nice to have that kind of training? Yeah, probably. It would be beneficial, especially right now. But just because you say that's all the training you got, you know, how do we know that Conor McGregor has a month or two um, worth of food or water saved up? We don't. A lot of these rich people that make a lot of money, they don't even think about, well, what if it all ends tomorrow?
Oh, I ain't gonna be able to get this fight.
What if we go back to the 1800s where you got to be out there with a horse and a plow cutting up your own fields? I mean, a lot of people aren't prepared for that. I know I'm not really that prepared. I mean, I have places I can go, and I'm sure eventually I would find some place.
I've always said it, the ultimate so-called, preppers are the people who are already living that way, the Amish,
Yep.
It does go on like it's another day and stuff there.
Yep.
I mean, that was just like two generations ago. That's living.
Like, what is it? You got Joe Fox, you got Bear Independent. You see a lot of other homesteaders out there doing that like that, and dude, more power to them, dude. Even my buddy native that was on here earlier. I mean, he's raising his own livestock and working on all that, and he's got his own means of getting water and stuff. But that's the difference about owning a property. If I had, say 5-10 acres, dude, I would learn how to work the land. I've just never been in that position to where I've had that opportunity.
It's like me learning how to paint, dude. I just learned how to paint my own house, my walls myself. I got my own house now. I just had to paint the wall, and I got to paint all these damn walls. They're horrible, but I mean, I think it looks pretty good for me being an amateur my first time painting my own damn walls.
If you haven't seen it, check out the video of Ghost meeting Native in order to exchange those rabbits. It's pretty freaking cool. It's only about a minute, maybe 2 minutes long, but it's pretty nice to see people together sharing their stuff, sharing their knowledge, sharing their animals. And I know you have a very challenging area. I always say the same to you is find out what people do grow there, when, and try that. Even if you have a small area, my entire garden is in pots. You know what I mean? I don't have land. Yeah. I do it all in just pots, and I chase the sun around.
Right. Dun, 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 dun.
Hold on. What's going on?
What copy? What? Checking it out now. Damn.
What are y'all talking about Jesuits and crap for?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, come on now.
And yeah.
Yeah, that.
I'm trying to.
Dude, I've got Jewish friends. I think.
Well,
I mean, they don't wear the little beanie thing on the back of their head or nothing. But I'm sure I've met plenty of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Out here, we live. I mean, live and let live. You don't mess with me, I won't mess with you. And most people are like that out here. That's why we are so conservative in Maricopa. And no, we did not turn blue. I don't care how many people want to come on here and say, yeah, liberal bastion. No, no, we're not. In fact, we are not so much to the point that we are fighting back to prove that we are not like that and to prove the fraud.
Does that green screen show up? Oh, it does show up a little bit, doesn't it?
What are you doing?
This right here is green screen paint.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's paint. That's actual paint, the green screen paint. Damn, I didn't think it was going to show up that good. Wow.
Yeah, it does fine. You know,
Yeah.
It boils down to the lighting, though. Like
Well,
right now,
I got a sample jar, and I found the actual color, and it's a bear color. But at Lowe's, she typed it in her computer, and she was like, "Yeah, I can get that color for you." So I was like, "Let me get a sample," and then I just played with it around in here, which I'm definitely gonna have to prime, but I just played with the paint for a little bit, and then I started painting palm trees on that wall.
right.
Like, for real, I did. I was like, started painting palm trees. I was like, damn, they look good.
When I was in my A school in Millington, Tennessee, like the roommate and I were both like big Pink Floyd fans, and we had that industrial green walls, that the military used, and you saw in schools all the time, that that puke green. Well,
Yeah.
we found this glow in the dark paint that when it's dry and the lights on, you couldn't see it on the wall. And so we painted the whole brick wall up with the wall theme and stuff there. And when they come in to inspect with the lights on, they couldn't see it. And we passed every inspection. But as soon as you turn the lights off, it was the entire logo for the wall theme on one whole wall in our room.
Yeah.
Cool.
They've got. I seen another cool paint when I was at the store at Lowe's the other day. It's I've heard about it, but it's called chalkboard, and it's actually like you paint chalkboard on your wall, and you can use it like a chalkboard.
Yes, chalkboard paint.
Yeah, chalkboard paint. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
But they actually have green screen paint. Like, I looked it up. They actually have like gallons of actual paint that say green screen. Green screen. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't be the first person I've met that's done that, and so you can move your desk around.
Yep. I'm gonna do every wall in this office that green color.
I worked in commercial painting for about a year, and I was amazed how much I learned. Like, I thought I knew a bunch, from doing civilian painting and stuff, but the stuff that they use in commercial, like block fill, and then like ETM, direct metal, where you don't have to prime it, and then the one I thought was really cool, it was called dry fall. So you're using aerosol guns and stuff there, like 3,000 psi. You're painting the ceiling in this gymnasium, and you spray it on. It sprays on wet, but by the time it comes down and it hits your boots, it's dry. It's like a powder. It dries almost instantly from the air. It's a trip.
That's crazy.
And that block fill, a 5-gallon bucket, weighs like 70 pounds. I bet it's just heavy as shit.
Oh, for real, Nicole D? You use that paint? Yeah, it's some pretty cool paint. We used it one time for like it was a couple months, maybe about a half a year at the restaurant. Like about when we first started. We painted the men's room bathroom in that chalkboard. We found out that we had to paint it back to a rather good.
What's up, Josie Wales?
Yeah.
That's actually an interesting statement you bring up. Yeah, Ducey did follow Trump like a puppy, and then he rolled over on Arizona. He did, and a lot of Arizonians were really pissed at him, and he realized pretty quick that he made a huge mistake, and he is still trying to make up for it. And good, because the more he's trying to make up for, going against what we voted for, is actually getting us more of what we want. Do I necessarily want him back in 2022? Well, first of all, he can't come back. He's at the end of his run. The best he can do is just play it off, give the people, give Arizona citizens as much freedom as he can while he's still in there. And hopefully we can get our elections figured out to where the next election that comes around, we get somebody else who is hopefully responsible. I don't know, man. I don't even know who's going to try and run in 2022 yet. I mean, I looked around a little bit. I'm not seeing anything overly promising.
I know Laura Trump is running in North Carolina for senator 2022.
Who is?
Laura Trump.
Yes, yes.
Here in North Carolina, baby. I have a pretty good
Perry Lake, yeah. I know who you're talking about, Josie. Yeah, she was one of the more promising ones. I've been watching her track record. Yeah. Okay. Oh, everybody's got their cameras muted.
Yeah, I'm not muted. I'm unmuted. I'm just playing with my fidget spinner. My Batman fidget spinner. See, Batman. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
How old are you?
42. I got a few of these things, man. My dad used to sell them, so he just gives them to me sometimes.
I have one that's got the red, white, and blue on it.
Yeah, I got one that's like tie-dyed. I got a couple of them somewhere. I think they're in the closet.
Dude, those things, man, when they were selling, you could make a lot of money. Now it's just a dead fad.
Yeah, it's like fog. Remember
You gotta love those fads where the people who made them, it's like, that's such a stupid invention. I would have never thought of that. And the guy who made it is making millions of bucks, like Chia Pet. But the best one ever was Pet Rocks. That guy probably went to his grave like, people are so stupid.
You know who?
I know, you fucking take a rock, put a little face on it, and googly eyes, and boom.
It's crazy, but you know who really makes a killing on those things, man? On those inventions, those that are the people that make like the pencil toppers. Like if you go to Chuck E. Cheese and you spend so much money for tickets, and then you get the little damn rinky-dink, toy or whatever. Those are the guys that make the money. The ones that you put in a 50-cent machine, and you turn the crank and it comes out in a little thing and you pop it out at the grocery stores because you got your kids and they're like, "Mommy, I want a necklace." You know what I'm talking about, right? The
Yeah, they were made in China for 5 cents a piece.
Exactly. That cheap ass crap.
What's up, Mayor? All right, milkmaid. I'll save a seat for you. Fidget spinners. Loading process.
Yeah. I got like 3 or 4 of them. They're pretty fun. My nephew is pretty good at them. He could throw them around his back and catch them and shit and still spin them and everything.
What is that like? Fucking, what do they call those? The hacky sacks?
Yeah, I got one of those somewhere too. I also have a hand hacky sack. It's like a long, and you do it on your hand.
Hey, that's cheating.
Like this.
Hey, what's up, Yoxo?
No, you're only supposed to catch it on the back of your hand. That's the way you do the hand hacky sack.
Hugs and kisses. Sorry.
Hugs and kisses 77.
Well, don't everybody talk at once. Shit. We're out of topics, then I'll just...
We're running out. We're about an hour and 20. Running out. I got a double tomorrow, so...
Oh, you gotta go back tomorrow?
Yeah, unfortunately. But I got Tuesday off, so... I work a double, then I work night shift, and then I have Tuesday off. And I get paid on Monday, too. Woohoo!
Yeah, certain places, Josie, Yeah, I don't know. I
Walmart.
guess maybe it depends on how big a gun store.
My Walmart has shotgun shell ammo, 20 gauge and 12 gauge. My Walmart does on the
Nice.
shelves.
Oh, you got a topic, Bioxo? Is it anything about New York? Because I don't live in New York.
New York.
I don't think any of us live in New York.
I used to. I was born in Schenectady.
Oh, wow.
I'm from upstate New York, but I lived down here in Rose Kakalaki for too long.
Yeah, I saw that, Nicole. I see one of them. I'm not talking about that though. Nicole, there are certain things I can talk about on this channel because it is actually monetized. And there are certain things I cannot because they're too controversial. And it seems like everybody that does discuss those topics usually ends up getting their channel removed. I know it sucks. We can try and use code words and stuff like that, but yeah, when it comes to the
Jabberwocky.
yeah, we don't talk about that. David, I talked about that a little bit earlier. There are reports coming out. I don't know how much faith I would put into them just yet. Only because they haven't gotten all of the subpoenaed items that they were requesting yet, and I think they're waiting until they can get all of everything done. I think the Republicans, the Senate's going to have to put in another subpoena, which I think is crap. I think we should just sue them. You know what? The Board of Supervisors, whoever let's see what I can't remember exactly who they subpoenaed. I think it was the Board of Supervisors that they needed all. They subpoenaed like 5 things. They got 3 of them, and yeah, the Democrats are afraid. They really are, for good reason, because we know they're going to find something. What's up, David G?
I know, Hobo. What's up, brother?
Hobo Jesus, I haven't seen you in a long time.
I was just getting ready to say that. Have you been working hard or hardly working?
Or staying out of jail, hopefully.
Staying out of jail, lurking in the chat and just not saying anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Nicole, I do check them out. I always do check them out. Especially my emails. Like, seriously, if you're trying to contact me, texting, I mean, my phone and my computer are not hooked up to each other. So if you text me like YouTube links and stuff like that, a lot of times I'll just be like, it takes like 5 minutes for my phone to click on the link, and then it's just, if you want to email me something, that's the best way to do it, because then I can go through, click on it, and it'll pull right up. Boom, I can watch it, and I don't have to sit there and fidget with my phone.
Dangerous, do you have an Android phone?
Yes, it's a old Android phone.
So you can turn on link to Windows. There's a program that's built into Windows so that you can actually, I can sit here and type on my keyboard, and I'm sending messages through my phone and stuff there. And if somebody sends me a link through a text message on my phone, it pops up on my computer, so I can just click the link and it pulls right up on my browser. I don't have to go through it. It just takes seconds. But it's already built into your computer. It comes with Windows 10.
I don't even know what Windows I'm on.
You're probably running 10.
I'm running Windows 7 or Windows 8.
8. Oh my gosh, dude! Get the free update. It's free to upgrade to 10 if you're using any other version. You just use that license number that it comes with.
I don't know. I only got like 2 more years on this computer anyway. I bought it in 2008. Yeah.
2008. Yeah, it's got your money's worth out of it.
I got 2 more years left. Yeah. What's up, Griswold? You are drunk, aren't you, Biaxa?
No, he's not.
He keeps
better
it.
not be, dude. Like, seriously, we've had a good stream. Not too much cussing. We haven't done anything controversial. So don't come in here and try and ruin it.
I haven't dropped any.
No, everybody's been very respectful.
We've been very good tonight. And we all have to make sure that we like, share, and subscribe, comment.
Oh, yes. I always forget that part.
I got you, brother.
I've been trying to mind my P's and Q's. If I let one slip out there, I'm sorry.
I've slipped like with the S word a couple times, but then that's poop.
You know what's funny though is Biaxo is so loud and so gregarious. I don't know if we're going to be able to reel him in. I mean, every time you talk, it's like he's screaming at you, and you're like, "Fuck, Biaxo, there went mine." Woo! But yeah.
Oh, he's but you gotta wait, Biaxo. Ron will be back. He'll bring you in.
There he is.
Yes, Griswold, this is the early show. This is not after dark. This is monetized.
This is the barely politically correct channel.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. That's good to say.
This is where we perform as figure skaters in the Olympics of thin ice.
So one of my cats is popping the bubble wrap from packaging.
Wow.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Biaxo.
What's up, Biaxo?
Hugs and kisses.
Excuse me.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Is that
I know it's the monetized channel. Don't worry. I'll be good.
No, dude, this is iced tea.
That's iced tea. That's one of those iced teas, the Liptons in the can.
So what's going on? I just got home from my Hafta Rafta. Went in the pool. It was a catastrophe, but it was fun. No, we had like 6 of us. We were in the pool and we floated out on the Lake Erie and stuff. But then we ran out of beer and stuff, so we came back and we didn't go to Canada. We thought about it. How's everybody doing then?
We're doing great.
I want to know if you have sunburn.
No, I'm good.
No, not today. You'd be able to tell.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a.
Yeah. You got
tomorrow you'll have layers of
tan
skin
going.
peeling off your nose or your ears.
I wore my big hat to keep everything, I didn't wear this shirt. I was covered up.
Biaxo plays Civilization on Xbox.
I do.
I have that game too. That's a pretty cool game though. I love it. I like that game too. If you've got the Game Pass, they got Tropico sticks out right now. You can be El Presidente.
Ooh. I'm waiting for Forza 5 Horizon to come out.
That comes out too, yeah.
In November, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big gamer, but I like my fucking racing games. Oops, sorry.
Oh, thank you, Josie. I appreciate that. I hate to say it. I really don't even. I mean, I try to an extent. I mean, I'm just being myself here. I think that's probably what brings so many people to me is just the fact that I am just myself here. I'm not trying to be somebody that I'm not. I mean, I know I've got this awesome background, which I wish I had all this. I've got about maybe 1/20th of it. I mean, I've got I got security, but I don't have like, 20 some odd cameras. I've got like 5.
I lost
You
my
know,
sunglasses.
I don't have, 100 guns. I've got like a few. I'll just leave it there. Got
This
a
was
couple.
the pool I went down the creek in.
Whoa.
Right
I thought you went too. Oh, wow.
on.
That
No,
is a
you did.
pool.
Yeah, that's right. They all had to. Dude, didn't somebody have the banana?
I had the banana last year.
Okay. And this year you did the pool.
Our buddy Jesus showed up again. Dude, it was on a paddleboard, and he dresses up with the full Jesus garb.
Walking on
great.
water.
This year he had Roman candles and stuff. He was blowing them off as he was going down the creek. It
Oh,
was great.
cool. Oh man, did you get video of that? Did somebody get video?
Actually,
of
I did get some video of that, but I gotta.
Oh, you'll have to, dude. Send it to me. All right, send it to my email if you will.
I will.
I'd
We had a
love
good
to see
time.
that.
It was great. It was a good time.
No, I got you, Josie.
It's like tubing, but
Yeah, but odd. TV.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Last year, a guy had an inflatable couch.
Yep.
It was like a whole sectional couch, but they're from Tennessee. They came up from Tennessee for this, but they didn't make it this year.
Yeah, probably all your damn restrictions.
We had all the you have flamingos and unicorn floaties and all sorts of different stuff. Good times. Just something like it's a short, like most of the time we walked. It's so shallow, but then there's like this peninsula. Like the creek empties out into Lake Erie, and then there's this peninsula in between, and then there's an island and stuff. But it gets really deep, and you can dive right off the shore pretty much if you want to. And there's like this big peninsula, rocky shore, so you can go to the lake or you can go in the creek. We all just hang there. You can have a bonfire or whatever. It's a good time, man.
Good
It's
to
all
see it.
free land.
Well,
Some people are like, dude, I've never heard of this place. It's a good thing a lot of people don't know about this. I'm like, yeah, keep it that way.
I don't know. Let's see. If I had to take a floatable down,
My
I don't
buddy
know
was
what I would take.
gonna buy a tank but he didn't because it was like $80. I'm like, dude, you should have totally got it anyways.
A tank floatable.
It's an inflatable tank that you sit in and it squirts water.
How cool!
That's why it's $80.
I don't know. Wow.
So what else?
So you had a good time then?
Yes. Hi, Virginia. How are you?
I'm good. I was just listening to your story. I'm glad you're not burnt as a lobster this time.
Yes,
You know,
I was
good
prepared
time.
this time.
Nice.
Like I said, that one day it was supposed to be 75 and overcast. It ended up being 90, broke records, and no clouds in the sky, and I got destroyed.
It was your first molting of the new season. You
I
had
mean, it
to
was like
burn off
mid.
winter.
That's true. Once you get that original burn, it gets easier and easier. You start to tan more.
I mean,
Well,
to be
although
fair,
I don't know.
To be fair, it was mid-May. It was before Labor Day, and it was 90 in New York. That doesn't fucking happen.
Yeah. Sure it doesn't. Well, it did
Tough
that
and
year.
Yeah. And I got burned. Bad.
The worst sunburn I ever had in my life, I got in Montana in the first week of June. I believe it was only about 75 or 80 degrees, but I was out picking sapphires, so my arms were in one spot for hours because I was sifting through dirt, and I just didn't think about it, but basically I baked myself, not because of heat per se, but because of staying right under the glare for that long. I had blisters, I had open skin, the pain, I'm telling you, it went all the way into my bones. It was the kind of pain that I was holding my body and screaming into a pillow.
I've had, yep.
Yeah,
I
they had
had
to put
sun
me on
poisoning.
pain. Yeah, I was going to say sun poisoning. I got that when in Virginia Beach we passed out, and when we woke up, it was like probably going on 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You know, so we were out there just with our backside exposed to the sun. My whole back was just like on fire. I peeled for months, and like you were saying, it was so freaking painful. I had to get on some serious pain meds and even then you couldn't rest or sleep or nothing. It was just you just kind of sat upright and tried not to touch anything.
Yep. I had sun poisoning. I had fever and
yeah, you get
chills
sick.
and
cold chills.
I don't know. I guess because I lived out in Arizona as long as I have, I just gradually got used to it. I mean, like even now I can stand out and like I like even to this day I can go out and be at the pool for like 3 hours and I don't even get red. I just get dark.
Yeah. I mean, like if I cover up and stuff, like I've been out in the sun since 9 o'clock this morning. We just got back at like 9 o'clock this evening, so we were out there for a full 12 hours, and I'm fine.
Hopefully
It's
you're not
all about
tomorrow.
The times that screw me up where is when it's unexpected.
Yeah.
You don't expect it, or it's like hazing or something. You don't think it. That's when it's the worst. Like you don't think it. Like, oh, it's easy. It's not that bright. No, it's worse then because the moisture in the air magnifies it and it just kills you.
I had sunburn on my lower arms real bad one time, and I was working at a pizza restaurant running the brick oven, and every time you go to stick your arms in there to move the pieces around, it was like sheer torture, and like that night was so long.
Oh yeah, I've had lots of burns, man. I had the whole freaking half my hand in a deep fryer at one point. I've had blisters on my eyelids from hot grease. So yeah, any like somewhat heat and it's like just like amplifies it. Even just like lukewarm water feels hot.
Oh yeah.
Cold compresses and like just soak towels in cold water and keep putting them on, layering it on and replacing it. That's like the best way to draw the heat out of your skin.
Imagine if we had like a real climate change to where New York went from, fucking 60, 70 degrees on average to say 90 to 100 with sun. And then all of a sudden Arizona ended up having snow, like down here in the valley. I mean, something drastic like that, I would be screwed because I can't handle the cold.
Oh, imagine if you had humidity all of a sudden with that heat. I mean, the heat you experience is dry heat.
115 degrees, yeah. No.
Dude, it may be like 80 or 90 here, but it's like 90% humidity, so it's like.
Well, I mean, horrible, we do get those monsoons. At least this year, it looks like we're going to. They're expecting rain next week, 30 and 40% chance. So we might get some more rain next week. And when we get that, then that makes your day a lot more miserable because then you still have the humidity and you still have the 110-degree weather. Yep. But it's still tolerable. Well, like I said, I mean, I could handle Florida weather, with the humidity being at 70, 80%. I mean, I know, granted, that's miserable, but I don't mind being a little bit sweaty. You can always take a shower.
Indubitably.
Oh, like here in Ohio, on days when it gets up to 90 degrees, if it's like below 40% humidity, it doesn't feel bad at all. but take 80 degrees and have 90% humidity, and it's like you can't even freaking breathe. You walk to your
Oh,
car
it's
back,
Mhm.
and your shirt's already stuck to you, and that's just after getting a shower 20 minutes ago.
Yep.
You walk
Exactly.
out the door and it hits
yeah.
you like a fucking ton of bricks, dude.
Oh
It's
well, yeah.
bad.
It's the same
That
even without the
humidity's
humidity. I
horrible.
mean, freaking, if you leave, if you've got a sunscreen on your windshield and stuff and tinted windows, man, you let your car sit all day long. And what I usually would do is like an hour or two before we got out of work, I would go out there and I'd crack my windows, like an inch or so. That way it could get some kind of ventilation. But man, even with that, you open that door and it's still like opening an
An
oven.
And don't sit on those seats, and if you got shorts on, especially if you got vinyl
Oh
seats.
no, I don't. I've got I have the cloth stuff. Yeah.
Hey, Navy vet, do you live central, southern, or near the Lake of Erie?
I'm not like central, but just a little bit north of the central. But I go up to Lake Erie all the time. I've got
Okay.
family that runs ferry boats off the right there by Cedar Point.
Gotcha. Outside Cleveland, Ashtabula kind of area. I know
really?
Ashtabula. But
Yeah,
yeah,
James.
that's nice. Yeah, I'm
Guys.
in I'm near Lake Erie, but we also got Lake Ontario, and you got all the Finger Lakes here, so it's just like humid central. Yeah, we get all 4 seasons, but it's always wet. You got the snow, you got the spring rains, you got the
That's what
fall
she said.
rains, you got the summer humidity. It's just
Mhm.
I love it here though.
Well, guys, I'm gonna get off because I got a double tomorrow, and I gotta get ready to lay down and get some sleep for a nut. But chat, good to see y'all.
So I'm
Look,
guessing. I guess you're not going to be on the after dark then.
Probably not. No.
Obviously not if he's leaving now to go to bed.
Yeah, I got to get some sleep.
You gotta
But
do what you gotta do, man.
All right, get
maybe
some rest,
tomorrow
guys.
night, either tomorrow night or Monday, I'll definitely be on. Because I
see
know
you.
I'm off on Tuesday, and I think Monday I work night shift, which means I can be on Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, yeah.
Okay.
But
Well, we are almost. We're about
142 now.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. We're almost at 2 hour mark.
2
I
hour
try and
mark.
go between an hour and a half, 2 hours. It just makes it easier for people to come back and watch.
I keep forgetting you guys are all.
When you do those 12-hour streams, it's like.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
So, like, me and
it's hard
Jeremy
to go back and rewatch all of them.
It's
But,
funny. Half of us are East Coast, and the other half is West Coast.
West Coast, yeah. I'm East
Yeah.
Coast. But I love you guys, man. God bless each and every one of y'all. And
Good night,
be
Jeremy.
sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell. And y'all have a wonderful evening. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, brother.
Bye, Stickler.
On that note, I think I gotta go because my son's got me blocked in the driveway here, and I need to go make a run. So,
Steve's going on a beer run. Steve's going on a beer run.
I wish my kid was 21. Boy, that'd make it a lot easier.
Please tell me you have heard that song.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's a good song. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so you're cutting it so you can go on a beer run?
Yeah, I gotta go get ready for tonight. But I wanna thank everybody for coming and hanging out. I hope you all had a fun time. I hope you enjoyed our discussions. Hope you have a great weekend. And if you follow me on Dangerous Freedom After Dark, I'll be there in an hour or two. And yeah.
An hour or two? Damn East Coast shit.
Right? It's only 7:44 for me, so
Yeah, same here.
It's almost 11 o'clock. It's
Yeah.
like 11 o'clock here.
Stupid time zones. Just one more way they divide us.
I know, right? Yeah. Good one.
I'm all like, woohoo, let's party. And you're like, oh.
Well, we
I'll
all
see
find
y'all later on that after dark.
I see. I'll probably
Yeah,
get
and by
pissed
that
off.
point, most people should be asleep already, so it'd just be us.
Yeah.
And then I won't. It's not a monetized channel, so we can be a little bit more emboldened about what we talk about and speak
Yeah,
about.
I've probably said too much.
Nah, you're good. All right, everybody. I want to thank you all, Virginia, Jeremy,
Goodbye, everybody.
Deoxo, Navy Vet. You all have a great evening, and like I said, yeah, I'll see you all in a couple hours.
People in the
Okay.
chat.
See you soon.
Okay.